Great to be chatting here on The Colour of Country Life with Harriet Shing, the Regional Development Minister. How are you going?
It's really, really lovely to join you. I'm very well, thank you. There's a lot to look forward to and a lot to celebrate across Victoria as we rebuild, as we invest in our community centres and programs and organisations. So there's a lot on the horizon and a lot that people can get involved in.
There's a lot of grants, aren't there? And some of them are quite customised to, say, cricket or things like that. But you've got some general grants in your portfolio to talk about regarding just local community groups and how they can perhaps get that project off the ground they've always wanted to have up and running.
Yes, we've invested a record amount, as people will know, into community and sporting facilities, and they've made an enormous difference across regional and rural communities. What we also want to do, though, is to support those organisations that provide a range of other programs and opportunities for people to connect and to participate. So there is a new Living Local Fund which is providing grants of between $2,000 and $20,000 for councils and community organisations to undertake minor refurbishment. That might be buying new equipment such as kitchen appliances or laptops, or in fact creating opportunities for repairs and for upgrades across existing buildings and places where people meet. And then there are grants of between $20,000 and $200,000 available for infrastructure projects, and they might include new playgrounds and community gardens, art installations or community hall upgrades. And we know that these sort of projects make a huge difference to our rural and regional communities, and I would really encourage local governments and incorporated organisations that are operating across rural and regional Victoria to apply for one of these grants that are available between now and the 14th of August.
Well, that's great, and these things can really put a spring in the step of a local community, especially if it's like an art installation like you're talking about. When it comes to, eligibility, are there ways people could perhaps advance their case in terms of themes or things that the government would like them to emphasise with their applications?
Absolutely. We really want to hear from local organisations and from councils about how we can make our rural and regional communities even better places to live and even better places to visit. So there are a range of different, stories that rural and regional communities can tell about how we can promote social connections, how we can enhance livability, how we might be able to revitalise local shopping strips or activity centres. Being able to show what can be done with grants like this will really help those applications, and it's a wonderful opportunity for groups to work with local councils to tell the best story possible and to maximise the chance of getting one of these grants, either the smaller grants between $2,000 and $20,000 or indeed the larger ones between $20,000 and $200,000. It's a $5 million grant bucket available, so again we would really encourage people to get online and to apply.
Now, when you mention livability and we've seen during the pandemic sort of a move towards, if I could call it, al fresco dining, or moving things outdoors where you can. Is that sort of the kind of thing that might also be a positive thing where we can encourage some outdoor living and entertainment?
Outdoor connection is a really important part of the way that people are getting together now, and you're absolutely right. We've seen a change in the way in which people socialise, come together and spend time, doing a range of things that are particular to our own rural and regional communities where we live and where we work. So we want to see these innovations continue to be rolled out across the board. That might include parklets and open spaces. It might include community areas where people can connect, and it might also include places along local shopping strips and activity centres, for example, where people can get together, can spend time outdoors, can access everything from improved street furniture through to revitalised public spaces and gardens. So playgrounds are another big example of how people can come together in a way that's inclusive for everyone, from our littlest Victorians right through to their grandparents. So there's no shortage of ideas that people can put forward in a way that balances the needs of the community with encouraging people to get involved.
Well, Harriet Shing, Regional Development Minister, thank you for joining us to talk about those grants today. Much appreciated.
Always a pleasure. Head online between now and the 14th of August to find out how to apply.